You've seen the same mourning dove every day, but did you know they never leave their mate? One pair I watched nested in the same tree for 17 years. Their bond is so strong, they even share the same nest each year. Stay to the end, because you'll see how these birds mourn and how they remember. Number 1. The mourning dove's bond with its mate is one of the most enduring in the bird world. While they may appear solitary, these doves are actually always together, forming a lifelong partnership that rarely wavers. Their connection is so strong that they often return to the same nesting spot for years, even decades. According to the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, some mourning doves have been observed returning to their original nesting site for up to 17 years. This loyalty is not just emotional, it's practical, as the birds rely on familiar surroundings for safety and sustenance. What this means for you is that if you ever spot a mourning dove in your yard, you are likely witnessing a deeply committed relationship playing out in front of you. Mourning doves are not just content with staying together. They actively reinforce their bond through a unique behavior called the pairing dance. This is a synchronized flight where the two birds soar side by side, performing intricate aerial patterns that seem like a choreographed performance. This behavior is not only a way to strengthen their connection, but also a way to signal to other doves that this pair is a united front. Studies published in the Journal of Avian Biology have documented these dances, showing how they play a crucial role in maintaining the pair's unity throughout the year. In your yard, witnessing this dance can feel like watching a romantic ritual unfold, reinforcing the idea that love and partnership are deeply embedded in the natural world around you. But this bond has its bittersweet side. When one dove dies, the other often grieves in a way that's heartbreaking to witness. The surviving mate may stop eating, wander aimlessly, and even refuse to return to their shared nesting site. Observations by ornithologists at the University of Washington have shown that these moments of loss can be deeply profound, sometimes lasting for weeks or even months. This behavior speaks to the depth of emotional connection these birds share, a level of loyalty that is rare in the animal kingdom. As you watch your mourning doves, remember that their bond is both beautiful and fragile, and it's a reminder of the quiet, unspoken love that exists in your own backyard. Next time, we'll explore another secret about these gentle birds that may change how you see them forever. Number 2. The mourning dove's behavior when a mate dies is as touching as it is mysterious. These birds have been observed sitting in silence for hours, seemingly lost in a quiet, bird-like grief. Scientists have recorded this behavior in journals like PNAS, where it's noted that mourning doves may remain still for long periods after a partner's death. This isn't just an emotional response, it's a survival strategy, as movement might draw attention from predators. What this means for you is that your yard might become a place of quiet sorrow for these gentle birds, offering a rare glimpse into avian emotion. Their stillness could signal a deeper bond than we've ever mysterious. Beyond the visual stillness, mourning doves have a remarkable ability to recognize their mate through more than just sight. Scientists have used GPS tracking to reveal that these birds can identify each other by sound, scent, and even the unique rhythm of their movements. This deep familiarity may explain why they sometimes sit together for hours after one has died, as if trying to understand the loss. Their emotional world is more complex than we often assume, and their mourning rituals are not just a momentary pause, but an extended process. Observing this in your yard might feel like witnessing a private, intimate moment in nature's storybook. Their connection is profound and often mate through more than just sit together for hours after one has died. The sound of a mourning dove's call, often mistaken for human crying, adds another layer to this emotional tale. This call, heard at dawn, is more than just a sound. It's a form of communication that carries the weight of a bond. When one dove dies, the other may continue to emit this sound, as if calling out to a lost companion. This behavior, while rarely seen, is a reminder that even in the bird world, love and loss are deeply intertwined. What's next in the story of mourning doves may surprise you, as scientists continue to uncover more about their emotional lives. Stay tuned for what nature has yet to reveal. Number 3. The secret language of doves reveals a side of these gentle birds that few have noticed. Mourning doves are not just soft cooers in the background. They have a rich, complex system of sounds that can convey emotion, intent, and even individual identity. These vocalizations range from low, mournful coos to sharp staccato calls, each serving a unique purpose. Some of these sounds are used exclusively during courtship, while others are reserved for moments of distress or when a mate is missing. The Audubon Society has documented over 20 distinct calls, showing just how nuanced this language can be. What this means for you is that your yard may be a stage for a tender, emotional drama you've never noticed before. What may seem like a simple coo from a distance is actually a highly developed form of communication. Studies at the University of Michigan suggest that mourning doves can recognize their mate's voice even after years of separation. This ability is rare in the bird world and points to a deep emotional bond that may be more complex than previously thought. Some doves have been observed visiting the site of a dead mate, even years after the loss, as recorded in the American Birding Association's journals. These behaviors indicate a level of memory, attachment, and emotional depth that is often overlooked. In your own backyard, this may mean that the doves you see are not just passing through. They might be mourning or even celebrating in their own quiet way. Beyond vocalizations, mourning doves also use body language and flight patterns to express a wide range of emotions. Their wings, posture, and even the rhythm of their calls can signal everything from affection to warning. Observing these subtle cues can offer a window into their world, revealing a depth of feeling that many may not expect from such a seemingly simple bird. What may look like a quiet moment in your yard could actually be a heartfelt exchange between two doves. This emotional complexity suggests that your yard is not just a place for feeding birds. It may be a place where they form, maintain, and even mourn relationships. And as we continue to learn, there's still so much more to discover about the language of doves. Number 4. The longest love story in the avian world begins with mourning doves. These gentle birds form lifelong bonds that can stretch across decades, even surviving the loss of one partner. In your yard, you might see a dove standing alone on a perch, seemingly waiting for someone who is no longer there. Scientists have documented pairs that have remained together for over 25 years, sharing the same territory and routines. This loyalty is not just a romantic notion, it's a survival strategy that strengthens the bond between mates. What this means for you is that your yard could become a sanctuary for a love story that defies time. Imagine a mourning dove, decades old, still returning to the same patch of land where it once built its nest. Studies from the National Audubon Society show that these birds may even wait for their mate's return from migration, sometimes for months. In your yard, this could look like a single dove perching near a familiar tree or feeding on the same patch of ground, as if expecting the familiar rhythm of two. These birds are not just waiting, they are guarding a memory, a shared history that shapes their daily lives. This behavior has been observed by backyard birdwatchers who have recorded pairs nesting in the same tree for over 10 years. Their patience and loyalty are at once built its nest. In your yard, these enduring bonds may be more than just a fleeting moment of beauty. They are a living, breathing reminder of the deep, complex relationships that birds form. Mourning doves do not just share a nest, they share a life, a territory, and a legacy that can outlast them both. You may not know the story of the dove that visits your feeder each morning, but it is telling one of loyalty, memory, and love. These birds teach us that love is not always about presence. It can also be about waiting, remembering, and returning. As you watch them, you're witnessing a love story that has no end, but one that hints at even more mysteries yet to unfold. Number 5. When mourning doves say goodbye, their story is one of love that lingers beyond life. In your yard, if you ever witness a mourning dove standing alone near a fallen mate, you're witnessing a behavior that speaks volumes. These birds may stop eating and remain near the body for hours, a poignant display of grief. This is not just a moment of mourning, but a testament to their emotional depth. Scientists have observed this behavior in field studies, highlighting the strong bonds these doves share. What this means for you is that your yard may be a stage for a quiet, moving story of love and loss and living story of love and good. In your backyard, mourning doves may carry the memory of their lost partner with them long after the final breath. Researchers from the University of California have noted that these birds can return to the same location where a mate died, even years later. This ritual is not just about remembrance, it's about a deep, enduring connection that transcends time. Imagine a dove that, year after year, returns to the same tree or garden spot where its mate once lived. Such dedication reveals a level of emotional complexity rarely seen in the animal world. It's a reminder that even in the wild, love and loyalty can leave a lasting imprint. What might your yard reveal about the lives of the birds that visit it? There are stories of mourning doves that revisit the site of a mate's death for years, even decades. One well-documented case reveals a dove that returned to the same spot for over 5 years, as reported in the journal Ornithology Today. This behavior is a silent testament to the strength of bonds that exist in the natural world. As you observe your birds, consider the invisible threads that may be weaving through their lives. What you see in your yard is not just a moment, it's part of a larger, ongoing story. Perhaps the next time you see a mourning dove alone, you'll pause and wonder what tale it carries, and maybe you'll find yourself listening more closely than ever before. Number 6. The mourning dove's presence in your yard is more than a fleeting moment. It's a silent testament to devotion. These birds form lifelong pair bonds, a rarity in the avian world, and they often return to the same nesting sites year after year. Their loyalty isn't just emotional, it's biological, rooted in the way they raise their young together. Watching them can shift your perspective on what it means to truly commit. What this means for you is that their presence is a gentle reminder of the power of consistency and trust. In a world that moves so fast, their quiet devotion is a lesson in stability. What makes mourning doves even more compelling is how their behavior has influenced people beyond the birdwatching community. Conservationists have long studied their habits, recognizing that protecting mourning doves means protecting entire ecosystems. As the National Wildlife Federation reports, their presence is an indicator of healthy, undisturbed habitats. Their nesting preferences, often in open woodlands or suburban areas, highlight the importance of maintaining green spaces and human environments. This connection between small creatures and big-picture environmental health is profound. Observing them can spark a deeper appreciation for the ecosystems that sustain us all. Beyond their ecological significance, mourning doves have become cultural icons, often featured in films and nature documentaries like National Geographic's series on avian relationships. Their story is one of love, memory, and perseverance. These birds are more than just a common sight in your neighborhood. They are storytellers carrying ancient instincts into modern landscapes. Their presence can inspire reflection on how love and loyalty shape the natural world. And as you watch them, you might find yourself wondering what other lessons the birds around you are quietly teaching. Stay tuned for the next secret in your backyard's hidden narrative. As the sun dips low, casting long shadows across the quiet forest floor, the surviving dove sits alone on the branch where they once shared song and flight. Time seems to hold its breath. You feel the weight of love that lingers in the air, a silent promise that even in loss, something remains. Whether it's memory or instinct, this dove carries the echoes of a bond that time cannot break. In that stillness, you understand. Love is not just a feeling, but a presence that outlives even death. In the hush of the evening, you sense something deeper than grief, something sacred. The dove's silence is not emptiness, but a testament to love that defies time. You watch, heart aching, as it turns its head slightly, as if listening for a voice only it can hear. Whether it's spirit or science, this is love that lingers beyond the physical. You are reminded that love is not just for the living, it lives on in the quiet, in the memory, in the soul, and in that there is hope. We've explored the heartwarming story of mourning doves and their lifelong love, but how has watching these birds changed your perspective on love and loss? Have you ever seen a mourning dove mourn for its mate? Share your story in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.